Oh, y'all see I gotta get up to do it now. We're a little bit more spread out. I'm over here clapping. I'm gonna clap myself. I like this. We back. Oh wait, sorry about that. We back, baby. You see the baby? I'm using every week. That's my thing. Everybody's got a thing. That's my thing. Anyways, y'all give it up for us being back. Oh, that's funny. Me over here acting like I don't control all that. Anyways, not for real. For y'all give it up. We back. And week one is in the books. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm happy, cause I'm not. As a fantasy football player, you know one of the worst feelings is losing. But I didn't lose everywhere. So we're gonna hop right into it, because you know I like these videos to be a certain length. The Dynasty League. That's where it really popped off for me this week. If you watch this week, Anthony Richardson. If he keep playing like this, I'm gonna start looking at him like I looked at Aaron Rodgers for all that time. When Aaron Rodgers was real good, I get. Oh man, I love me some Aaron Rodgers. But as you can see, yeah. So the Dynasty League is where it popped off. It was a nice little showing over there. It's got 154 points. I clap for myself. I ain't gonna use the effects right now. 154.58 to 97.34. When you got 12 people playing and you don't score 100 points, you had to have a bad day at the office. As I sit here and I scroll through it right now, that person had a bad day at the office. Now in the other two leagues, I didn't even have a bad day at the office. My opponents had better days at the office. But we will get to all of that. But first, we have to look at those rock stars who just perform out of this world. So we'll talk about it in the Savvy League. If you had Baker Mayfield, give yourself a round of applause, because Baker Mayfield went off 33 fantasy points in the Savvy League this week. If you had Saquon Barkley, give yourself a round of applause, and then have your whole friends and family stand up and cheer for you, because we didn't know. I mean, we should have known. We kind of knew. But you know how you don't really know something until something happens? Yeah, Saquon gonna be a problem this year. Let's just say that. We'll just leave it at that. Josh Allen. If you had Josh Allen, you already know Josh Allen did what Josh Allen did. Anthony Richardson, that is number 4 on the list. I don't have him in this league, but I have him in all of my other leagues. All of them. So, yeah, I have big shares on Anthony Richardson. And Jaden Reed rounds out the top 5 with a measly old 28.5 in fantasy points this week. And those are the scoring leaders for the week in that league. Now I'm about to switch over to the Olive Garden side, which I don't really need to do this, but I'm gonna, because I'll go over this type of stuff. On this side, Saquon was number 1. Jaden Reed was number 2. That boy, that old Mr. Reliable Cooper Kupp himself, we're gonna talk about that. Y'all pin that, we're gonna come back to it. Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield. Who made it on the other side that didn't make it on this side? Cooper Kupp wasn't over there. Jaden Reed. Still up there. Cooper Kupp. I forgot who the other person was. Oh well. But anyways, you see Saquon, Jaden Reed, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. Those are your studs for the week. Over here, we don't even call them studs. Those are your superstars. If you had any of them on your team or a combination of such, you probably won, unless it's all you had. So let's just start there. Give it up for them. I guess I'm just not in the mood to use the effects this evening. But anyways, let's get back into these scores real fast. On the Sleeper app, we'll go back to the matchup here. 154 to 97. Let's talk about it. Anthony Richardson. Yep. Anyways, it's not like I wasn't high on him. If you watched the last episode after I did these drafts, I did the breakdown on that young man. I'm really high on him. Saquon, same thing. I want to say, I just think the Zamir White had a bad day at the office. Maybe the Chargers are a little bit underrated because Alexander Madison scored a touchdown, but I think it was a receiving touchdown. Nobody scored on the ground. Even if Jamar Chase doesn't have the contract that he has, you still play Jamar Chase. We'll just leave it at that. Xavier Worthy, the big play gadget man for the Kansas City Chiefs. I wouldn't have sat him unless he was hurt. Because being in that Andy Reid offense, they're going to figure out a way to use that man. He's so fast. Watching him live in game speed, he just make people look slow. He run through holes this big. And just, I mean, like, you got to... Anyways. Adam Thielen, a reliable 8.9 as the wide receiver 3, which we will take that. Kyle Pitts. Y'all give it up for Kyle Pitts, man. Kyle Pitts scored him a touchdown. The Falcons lost, and I'm sad about that. But Kyle Pitts messed around and scored him a touchdown. How about that? Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch, Juwan Jennings, people like that. Ray McLeod. Those are going to be my utility players. That's going to be my wide receiver or my double flexes when I need a wide receiver 4 and a wide receiver 5 to start. Greg Dortch had 8 targets. Like, all those opportunities, I will take that. And he caught 6 of them. And he had a carry for 4 yards. Anyways, Jalen Polk, the Patriots somehow won that game against the Bengals. I don't believe that it was Ramondre. It was Ramondre. Yeah. Nick Bosa had a couple tackles and a couple QB hits, got me a little bit down there. Terrell Bernard for that defensive spot, for that linebacker spot. So really, you need to find a tackle machine. That's the key to defense in these IDP leagues. The key is finding somebody who get a lot of tackles. I'm seeing dudes scoring 15, 20 points because they got 12 tackles, a pick, and a touchdown. So 12 tackles. 8 of them are solo, 4 of them are assisted, so that equals 10, plus the pick, plus all that. A lot of points on defense can be scored. For the young sir, Patrick Mahomes is a more so game manager type in this first game. Also, he was going against the Ravens, so just know that Patrick Mahomes is going to do Patrick Mahomes stuff this year, so don't let it fool you. James Cook, respectable. Javonte Williams, not so much. Drake London, part of that Falcons disappointment. Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors had 5 catches for 66 yards. That's not bad for your debut. A touchdown would have set that thing off, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Ayuk. I had to go against him over here. He didn't do too well, as you can see. Dallas Goedert, all right. Zay Flowers, not as well as we would have expected for Lamar Jackson's number 1 receiver. Then again, it don't look like Lamar Jackson's going to be throwing a super heavy amount, but he is getting more accustomed to that Todd Monken scheme and starting to scramble a little bit because you can get about 12 yards of scramble if you catch it at the right time. Jordan Addison had a modest day at the office. DeForest Buckner. See? Look at him. Look at those points on defense. Same thing my linebacker did. Patrick Queen, not so much. Xavier McKinney and Rashawn Jenkins match. Xavier McKinney had a pick, only 4 tackles, and a pass defended. So that's how the scoring broke down for that. What I say, 154.58 to 97.34. We are 1-0. My first dynasty win. Yes. All right. Are you guys ready? Where do you think I'm going next? Y'all know we're finna go to that. Y'all saw me in the window. Wave. Yep. Where Pilar. Dang it, man. I'm so sad. But I'm not, because 2 reasons. First of all, it's week 1. And most of my stars did what they were supposed to do. It's not going to be every week where Amon-Ra St. Brown only scored 4 points. Or Sam Laporta only scores 8 points. Hopefully Drake London starts scoring more points. But let's go ahead and throw that thing up there and talk about it. Bam. There it is. 106.78 to 86.08. She had Josh Allen. You just heard me say Josh Allen's name on both of those top 5 lists. She had Josh Allen. And that was pretty much all she needed. Her running back showed up, both of them. Pacheco and Rachaad White. Her receivers did not show up, as in Calvin Ridley and Deontay Johnson. She has Kyle Pitts. I'm gonna have to go through this all year. This is the beauty of playing fantasy and having so many different leagues. Sometimes you'll talk about a player and it benefits you. Sometimes you'll talk about a player and it hurts you. In the same video, I've done that several times. So, like, it is what it is. Everybody drafts different. So, we're going to end up with different players doing different things in different spots. You heard me. Yeah. So, Anthony Richardson, once again. Anthony Richardson. Kyron Williams did his thing. Jaylen Warren did not do that thing in that new Arthur Smith style offense that they got going on over there. But they did say that Jaylen Warren might have been hurt. So we'll get reports on that throughout the week. And the next time I see you guys, we'll update you on his status since I have him on my team. Like I said, Amon-Ra St. Brown had me looking like I couldn't understand what was going on over there. But actually, I could. Did y'all see what J-Mo did? We'll talk about it because I got to go talk about another league where I started him. Rashee Rice. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. You look like your normal self. Sam Laporta. You did not, but that's because J-Mo. We're going to talk about it. Drake London. They had me kind of upset because they did nothing. The whole Falcons offense, like, Bijan did a little bit. Kyle Pitts got a touchdown, but outside of that, like, it wasn't a whole lot going on over there. We lost to the Steelers, and they kicked 6 field goals. But jot that down. Oh, I stole that from my wife. Yeah, and because the offense was struggling, Young Wake couldn't get no points. A lot of 20-point kickers this week. Like, y'all talking about getting these kickers out of fantasy, but I seen a couple of y'all win y'all matchups because of y'all kickers. So y'all might want to rethink that kicker business. That's just me. Anyways, like I said, we 0-1, 106.78 to 86.08. Chugging along, baby. You got to figure out who's doing what this year. Everything's different. I'm just going to go ahead and try to stay on the right track. Scoring 80-something points in 1-point PPR is wild, though. But like I had 5 players score 4 points or less. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, like, that's only 20 points. 5, that's half my team. So, like, we'll get better. Like, on the bench, I got Brian Thomas Jr. He, J-Mo. That's how I was, J-Mo. And we saw what Jordan Mason could do when he is the primary back. So I ain't going to sit here and say I'm looking forward to seeing that again because that would mean that McCaffrey was out. But I'm not upset if it happens again. That's all I'm saying. I didn't get to utilize it because, my lineup had already played and it was a last-minute scratch. But that's the fear of Monday nights anyway. So there's that. But all right, let's go ahead and move on to the It's me. It's me. It's me. Where? I lost. Man, listen. Puka Nacua got hurt. Also, Brandon Aubrey, 21 points from the kicker. I went up against that. Also, Anthony Richardson. See, this is the one league where I didn't get Anthony Richardson. And Anthony Richardson got 30 points on me. So I knew I should have gotten Anthony Richardson in every league. I could have had those 30 points. I think that's going to be the one that hurts the most. Like, well, no, I only got to go through it twice, because I'm going to have to play him one more time. But every other league, I got Anthony Richardson, so I'm good. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Yeah, Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs did what they had to do. CeeDee Lamb was regular because he didn't score a touchdown. Jalen Waddle was regular because he didn't score a touchdown. And he had Sam Laporta here. So, like, whereas in the Olive Brown League, I had Sam Laporta. And Zach Moss pulled up, showed out. You know, he looks like the RB1 over there in that backfield. So far, Brandon Aubrey. Bruh. He got 21 points from his kicker. My Eddie Lacy voice. Y'all remember that commercial? Oh, man. So he scored 115. Meanwhile, Jordan Love. So Jordan Love got hurt, but I can't, like, I'm not using that as an excuse because Jordan Love only missed 2 plays out the whole game. So, like, him getting hurt didn't really affect the outcome. Like, maybe he could have thrown another touchdown or whatever the case may be. But he played the whole game outside of the last 2 plays. So, Breece Hall. Breece Hall played that 49ers defense, but he still got 14 points. Rachaad White did Rachaad White stuff, got 12 points. He only had 30 yards rushing, but those receiving yards. Puka. Puka is where I may have lost the matchup because Puka got hurt. Puka was on a roll. Puka got hurt in the second quarter. He had 4 catches for 35 yards at that point, and the Rams were driving, and they were in the game most of the game. Matter of fact, they was winning late, but it turned into the Cooper Kupp show after that. J-Mo. Y'all give it up for J-Mo. Y'all hold on, hit the right button. Y'all give it up. J-Mo get applause. We ain't clapping on the same chair. Nope. J-Mo get applause. Like, we may have found something with Jameson Williams. We may have found something. Jameson Williams is somebody else, one of the late flyers who I was really, really high on. I didn't realize it until I realized that I had him in 2 leagues, just like I have Anthony Richardson in 2 leagues. So, yeah. And then J-Mo commits to show out like he did last night. I mean, was it last night? Yes. This is Monday night. I just finished watching the Monday night game. He commits to show out like that last night. So, appreciate you. We're going to keep you around for a little minute. You dig me? Kyle Pitts. My turn. I have him twice. Yeah, he was another one that I was super invested in. Somebody got to him before I did in the Olive Brown League. But also, I'm glad that I have variety because I don't want all my teams to look the exact same. But I had my eye on some certain players. Jerome Ford, cool little 13.8. You know, it took him a little while to get it, but you know, them fantasy points count the same whether you win or losing. So we appreciate that. That Falcons defense got pushed around a little bit by the Steelers. They couldn't stop that Arthur Smith scheme. That's what happens. And like I said, Youngway, because the offense was struggling, I mean, he was struggling. And so here we are, 115.5 to 99.1. We are 0-1 again. Last year I started out really well in this league. This year, not so much. So we already got that first loss out the way. We're going to rearrange some things and get it how it's supposed to be looking, if you know what I mean. Now, let's see who plays on Thursday. It's Buffalo and Miami. I was like, the date seems so far out. Yeah, it's Buffalo and Miami. And I'm going with the Dolphins because they're playing in Miami and it's still hot outside. Even though Buffalo beat them twice last year, I think that the Dolphins are still more intact from last year than the Bills. And I think that it's going to be a shootout. So, who you starting from that game? The Thursday game? Josh Allen, James Cook. I would start Khalil Shakir. Also, I would start him. Dalton Kincaid. And I think that that's where my confidence starts to get lower as far as the Bills go. The Dolphins, we're going to go not Tua because he doesn't do well against good defenses. Devon Achane, because I think he's the new number one back now. They're upset. Like, I had a feeling that Mostert was going to have this fall off. Achane was hurt all last year. That's why Mostert popped off. I'm not saying that Mostert is not serviceable and can't do stuff, but like, I think he's the number 2 now, and y'all just need to start looking at Devon Achane as the number 1 over there. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, the usual suspects. You can still start Mostert because he's got the credibility, you know what I'm saying? But like, just know that like Achane is there, and I think he's the number 1. I don't think of anybody else that I can start from that game. I would not start either of those defenses against each other because you never know, somebody could go off of 40. So we'll leave that alone for now. The game that I am looking most forward to seeing next week is the Falcons and the Eagles. Doug. I need to see, man, listen, the Falcons let me down, bro. Like, I need to see something that is smoother than what I saw, because it looked like Kirk Cousins, he just need to get settled in. He didn't play none in the preseason. A lot of the starters didn't play none in the preseason. Like, they just need to get settled in. They're going to get into a rhythm. They might lose these first 3 games, but I feel like I'm predicting the future, and I got high hopes. I feel like it's going to be like a 4 or 5 game winning streak for the Falcons this year, somewhere in the middle of the season, to get us back over 500, and we're going to have a winning record in the division. All that. I got high hopes, just for a consistent offense. That's all we need. Everybody get their rhythm back, we'll be good. Like, no, but for real, outside of that game, I'm looking forward to seeing Joe Burrow against Kansas City. He seems to be the quarterback that has Patrick Mahomes' number. Nobody else can beat him. So ever since Tom Brady left, I'm just saying, like, and Joe Burrow's been hurt. He's not hurt anymore. T. Higgins, get well. We need him at full strength. So, yeah. But I think that will wrap it up for this week, everybody. And we will rendezvous. I think, I might start doing a Friday video. I've been thinking about that, like for after the game. Because it's a few days in between football. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think I might start doing that. But anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We on to week 2. I haven't looked at my matchups yet because week 1 just ended, so I probably won't do that this year. Because I come in with the fresh knowledge from week 1. Still processing. It's not even like, it's like a little bit after midnight on Tuesday. So the records haven't even set in. It take like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning if you're on ESPN, and definitely like 3:08 a.m. if you're on Sleeper. So, but we're back at it like crack addicts with bad habits, baby. So let's do the doggone thing. Week 1 in the books. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Until next time. Peace.